Hi, I'm Jake Burkett from Grey Alien Games, and this is our third vlog for Shadowhand. So since the last video last week, I've received some pretty cool music from the musician for the battles and story scenes, although I can't show you that in action yet. Also, we've received a load more sound effects for the fighting and ambiences and things like that. Furthermore, I've been updating the VRAM and RAM usage, so a lot of sort of technical stuff. Funnily enough, the tool I'm using is actually a modified version of Democracy 3, which the publisher Cliff Harris made. So now I run Democracy and it trims all of these PNGs and outputs a file for me. It's much more fun than the game. Also, I've been doing a lot of enemy design with Helen, so we've been sort of finalising all of the enemies in the game. But what we're going to do today is just sort of try to fight one of the more awkward earlier enemies, and I'm going to talk you through that and we'll see if I can actually beat him. So I've got a save game in progress here. So we're going to fight Rich Turnpike, who turns up with two blunderbusses. Unfortunately, we're only armed with a sort of lowly dueling pistol and a knife here, a rogue's knife, but let's see what we can do. His blunderbusses look pretty bad, but actually they're not too powerful and they're slow to charge up, so and he hasn't got too much health, so you know, it's a reasonably fair fight. Right, so let's see, I can do well, I can either go up or down here. I've got a variety of options. I think I'm going to go let's see, down, so 8, 7, 6. That's all I can do. I can use the knife, but because it only does 2% base damage at the moment, it's not going to get through his much of his defense. I haven't actually coded the piercing damage yet, but there will be a small percent chance this knife will actually pierce and will get through and deliver a damage of 2. But let's just use that for now. We haven't really got any other option. Okay, now it's his go. Okay, he didn't have any options, so that's pretty cool. We can carry on. So I could get rid of this 6 here, but that won't reveal any new cards, so it's actually more optimal to get rid of this one. I've got an 8, but I can't do anything with it. I could use the Charging Stallion to blast off a few cards, see what that reveals. That could be pretty useful right now, actually. Alright, so we've got a couple of new cards, but nothing that I can use now. But I can fire the pistol. That does 4 damage, so minus his 1 defense will be 3. Okay, again, they didn't get a chance to do anything. That's good. I can get rid of this 3. Nothing much going on at the moment, so another knife attack. Okay, let's see, 2. I can't do anything either, so we have to end the turn. Note that when I end the turn, the enemy will actually get a small amount of charge to their weapons over here, and that's just so that things don't sort of go too slowly if you don't get many options. The cards will still charge, and eventually you can fire them, so there you see. Okay, great, so a 7, I definitely think we can make use of this. So I could get rid of this 8, or this one over here. Now this one will reveal cards, so you should always go for the one which reveals cards underneath. This 9 is going to get rid of some, so I can go back down to 8. There's 2 of them, but obviously going to 0 is pretty handy here, because I get 4 cards. I can unlock this, and we can keep going, so we can do 1. Could go back to 0, but it's going to end my run. If I choose this 2, it might reveal something that we can use. Right, I've just got a chapter goal. Every chapter in Shadowhand has goals, different kind of things. Sometimes, you know, defeat the boss, sometimes find items, sometimes earn a certain amount of money or achieve a certain combo. So let's see, 2. Actually, I don't think I can do anything else. So I could use the knife, but obviously it's not as powerful as the gun. So let's keep the knife in reserve, and use the gun. Okay, unfortunately, that's quite a lot of options for him, and he's blasted us with the blunderbuss. What else can we do? 7, 8. That's all. The knife is in reserve, so let's use that. Okay. Yeah, they got their blunderbuss out. Right, 2, 3 is all we can do at the moment. But we can fire the pistol. Now he's getting pretty low on health here, so he's going to have to pull something out of the bag. Oh, and he has. Alright, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. I can fire the pistols in and got 3 health. So I could defeat him right now, but actually I'm going to not do that, just so we can see what happens when there's 1 card left and we get rid of that card. Okay, so he's fired his blunt. He might defeat me actually. I've got to be a bit careful here. What I'm wanting to do is try to get a 3 or a 1 so I can get rid of this 2. I'm going to continue. Okay, so they got the 1 and now the layout refreshes. I've actually forgot that I've got the game in a sort of speedy transition mode just for debugging, so you didn't see that transition as smoothly as it should do. But basically the layout refreshes and then we carry on, but now we've got foreknowledge of what's going on, like where the key is and so on. A bit about the enemy AI. They actually pick up cards at different speeds, and I can set that speed. So early on I set it quite slowly so you can see what's happening. But later on some of the enemies will pick up the cards very quickly. Also I can give them an intelligence rating, and that's really whether they ever make a mistake. So they can either play perfectly if they've got 100% intelligence, or less than perfectly and they occasionally miss cards. Also, the enemy AI isn't great at planning ahead, and that's what you've got an advantage as a human player. You can say, well, I'm going to do this card or that card. You can also block them and prevent them from getting certain things. Later on, the various suits like the pistol suit and the sword and the oak and so on actually will do things like charge up your weapons faster. So you can see the pistol down here has a pistol icon on it. So if I was to pick up a pistol card, it would charge faster, but only once I've received special training on pistols, which I'm going to go into in another vlog episode. Anyway, I think it's time to finish this guy off, so can't do much there, but the pistol should be enough. There we go. Okay, good. So that's just a bit of insight into the battle system and some of the sort of nuances and what actually sort of makes it interesting, how your decisions can greatly affect the outcome. I hope you enjoyed it. Keep an eye out for the next vlog, hopefully coming next week. Thanks, bye.